Hi, welcome to another video from Buena Vista Therapy. I'm Dr. Garcia, and today I would like to ask Samantha a few questions about breakups.
Hi everyone.
And if you don't mind, I have some of the questions I already wrote here. So for example, let's talk about breakups. The type of breakup when someone ends a relationship for no reason and because there is no closure. I wonder, can seek closure from an ex be a problem?
So closure is not the thing that's going to set you free. In fact, it might be the exact thing that keeps you stuck, because the truth is sometimes you're not waiting for closure, you're waiting for an ex to say something to make sense of what happened. And I get it, because when something ends so suddenly or painfully, your mind just doesn't move on. It searches for answers, especially when there have been breakups where it was just very, very sudden. There was no reason. The person either blocked you, ghosted you for whatever reason.
Well, my second question would be, for our listeners, can you explain some, when there is no closure, why do people feel stuck?
So when a relationship ends without clarity, your brain treats it like unfinished business, and your mind hates that. So what does it do? It replays everything: the conversations, the last messages, the moment when things changed over and over again. So trying to find that missing piece, trying to find the reason, trying to find closure. But here's the part, not really a lot of people talk about. Even if they did give you an explanation, it probably wouldn't be enough. It would lead to more questions, more and more questions.
People who don't get closure, do they seek validation and relief?
People look for something that softens the pain, something that makes them feel like I mattered. That wasn't a waste. I wasn't just disposable. Because they want that relief. So because they want that relief, they'll ruminate over and over again. Something like this: if I could just talk to them one more time, if I could just explain, then I could move on. But what if I told you that conversation you're imagining, it really gives you peace? It may bring closure, yes. Sometimes people, they want closure, but also hoping that their ex will also take them back.
I understand. That's right. And I got another question for you, Samantha. Do you think this can work?
Can that work? Maybe. But why would you chase someone that doesn't love you back? You should be with someone that wants to be with you, generally really wants to spend quality time with you and not leave you guessing.
Tell me, Samantha, when is closure a problem? Because nobody's perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. We all have our own strengths and flaws. What would you say about that?
Yes, so closure becomes a trap when you believe your ex has something you need to heal, because now your healing is in their control. But what if they never give it to you? You stay stuck waiting. Healing doesn't come from your ex. It comes from you accepting something really uncomfortable. You didn't get the ending you deserved. And of course that hurts. And it will feel very unfair. And because it is unfair, it's incomplete, it's unresolved, and that's where your power lies, within you. When you start to do the healing,
You're right.
you don't rely on your ex to do the healing. You don't rely on your ex to give you that closure for healing.
How do people move on without having a closure?
So seeking closure from an ex can leave you stuck because you're waiting for someone who already walked away. Closure doesn't come from them explaining, it comes from you accepting. And of course, because you didn't get the ending you deserved, you don't need to understand why it happened, but you can start to accept that it did happen. You let go of needing to make sense of it, and you really start to focusing on yourself, and you start to give yourself your power back.
I hear a lot of clients say, but I need answer. What would you say to that?
Yes, I hear that a lot too, and it makes sense, but I tell my clients this. Would hearing, for example, I lost feelings for you, give you closure or make you feel worse?
I see.
Would I wasn't ready for commitment bring closure? Maybe. How would it make you feel hearing that from your person?
This will not be easy for some people not getting closure, especially when they are still emotionally attached.
Don't put your life on pause for a conversation that may never happen, because the longer you wait, the longer you stay emotionally attached. I know that's a hard thing to accept, but don't wait for that conversation to happen. If it happens, okay, you can listen and see what were the reasons.
Nice point of view. Yes.
I know this isn't easy. Letting go without answers feels like leaving something unfinished, but sometimes closure isn't something you receive. It's something you decide. It's that moment when you say, I may never fully understand this, but I'm not staying stuck here anymore. And that's where things start to shift. That's when you start to come back to yourself. It's also good to do even some self-reflection and ask yourself, how were you in the relationship? Were you respectful? What could improve? Like, what improvements could you do in the next relationship? What were the learnings and what were the feedbacks?
Breakups are one of the hardest things to get through.
So yeah, if this I hope this has resonated for everyone. These are the things I do talk about with my clients because it is something I see every day. And of course, if you're ready to talk about this, I'm leaving a link down below that you can go and check out. And of course, it was lovely talking to you. And just know this, going through breakups, it is tough. I absolutely understand. And you don't need to lose yourself. But you can also start to understand what you're holding on to. And you also deserve a life too. And you also deserve to take control of your life. So you don't need someone's closure to move forward. You are in control of your life. And there is other possibilities to meet new people and explore new opportunities for yourself. So yes, it's true. Breakups can be very, very hard to get through. So I always say this, if this has resonated with you, but you want to talk about some of this stuff with someone, I've left a link down below in the description box where you can reach out, you can talk to me. And just remember this, you don't need someone's closure to move forward. You are in control of your own life. So drop down a comment. I'd love to know your thoughts. What did you do when you didn't have closure from an ex? How did you move forward? How did it affect you? And yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts and what you thought about this video. But thank you everyone for joining me. I'll see you next time. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Thank you once again. Thank you for watching another video of Buena Vista Therapy, and we will see you the next time. Thank you very much. Thank you.